It's MC Monty in the place to be. Welcome to the adventures of MC Monty. And in this video, I'm finishing up the Batman. Yeah. Remember to hit that thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell so you get notified anytime I post a new video or tutorial. As usual, everything you need is listed in the description below. Gather your supplies and let's get to it. Print out your patterns and cut them out. This is top layer 1, top layer 2, bottom layer 1, bottom layer 2. This is your strap pattern. And these are your spikes that go on the side of the gauntlet. I'm starting by tracing and cutting out bottom layer 1 and bottom layer 2. I'm cutting this out of 4mm EVA foam, and I'm using my ruler so I can get a really clean straight edge. Make sure your craft knife or your X-Acto knife is very sharp so you get a clean cut on your EVA foam. This is bottom layer 2. Next, I'm using contact cement to glue them together. I'm going to trace where I need bottom piece 2 to go on top of bottom piece number 1. And I'm using a extra piece of EVA foam to spread out my contact cement. And when it's tacky, I stick them together. It takes about 5 or 10 minutes for it to get tacky. You can also speed up this process by using your hair dryer, or you can just be patient and wait. Next, I'm using my heat gun to shape and curve the bottom of the gauntlet pieces. When you're done, they will look like this. Next, I'm going to trace top piece number 1 and top piece number 2 and cut them out. After that's done, I'm going to put dashes in my pattern where I need to transfer markings onto the top and bottom of my gauntlet pieces. So I'm using my X-Acto knife to just put dashes in my pattern, and then I can use those dashes to transfer lines. So right now I'm transferring markings to the bottom of top piece number 1. And after I get those markings transferred, I'm using my wood burner to score those lines into place on the bottom of top piece number 1. Next, I need to transfer markings to the top of top piece number 1. And for this, I'm using my X-Acto knife. And then I'm going to use my heat gun to open up those markings. Next, I'm going to trace where I need the top piece number 2 to fit on top of top piece number 1, and use contact cement to glue them together. Next, I'm using my wood burner again to score more lines on the top of top piece number 2. And I'm using my heat gun to shape and form the top of the gauntlet. And when you're done with those parts, it will look like this. Next, I'm going to put contact cement in the spaces on the bottom of the gauntlet and close it to shape it. This will make the sides of the gauntlets stay in place. So I'm just gluing those parts down. Next, I'm using 6mm EVA foam to cut out the spikes that go on the side of the gauntlets. Next, I'm transferring the markings from the pattern into the spikes. They have design lines on the spikes. So I'm just transferring those onto the spikes, scoring them with my X-Acto knife. A bunch of vertical lines. Next, I'm going to make the spikes that go on the top of the gauntlets using these half dowels. These are 5mm half dowels. I'm going to cut the ends to be spiky and pointy. You can also use your heat gun to shape and form and try to get the front of the spikes to be flat, like screen accurate. If you want to go through that, go for it, but it's not necessary. I tried to do a couple to see how it would turn out. And after I prep all of the spikes, I glue them on the top of the gauntlet. Next, I cut slits in the side of the gauntlet so I can thread the strap through. There are 2 slits on each side. And I threaded the strap through and glued it into place. And when you're done, it will look like this. Next, I'm going to glue the big straps that secure the gauntlets around my arm into place. So I'm using contact cement to just glue the big straps into place. And I cut 3 holes on the side of the gauntlet so that those pieces can slide in. And I used 2 pieces of 2mm EVA foam to secure the 2 sides of the gauntlet together, to secure the top of the gauntlet to the bottom of the gauntlet. And now your gauntlet will open and close like a door. The last thing I did was glue the spikes onto the side of the gauntlets. And I use Velcro to secure the straps. When you're done, your gauntlet will look like this.